Welcome back to Really Mary. I'm here with my good friend, Randy Williams from TBF Mortgage, and we're here going to talk about just 3 things, because you're going to hear a whole bunch of other things that we should expect for next year. Welcome back to Really Mary. I'm here with my good friend, Randy Williams from TBF Mortgage, and we're here going to talk about just 3 things, because you're going to hear a whole bunch of other things in our monthly mortgage update or monthly market update, housing update as we call it. But just 3 things that to take away from that, of all the things we talked about, Randy, that we should expect for next year. So the first thing is total home sales forecast to rise, right? Mm-hmm. Projected in 2025. We had 4.6 million homes projected at the end of this year, by the end of this year. In 23, it was 4.8. And we all saw that a slow summer, well, at least in our market, which is kind of an separate off market, a slow summer, and then we had some hurricanes. But all in all, it's going to be less homes. But the good news is in 25, what are they projecting? Yeah,
I mean, guys, like it's an election year. They tend to go for like 2 years in our country, and they do kind of like bottleneck towards the end. But once that clarity is done and everybody can start to prepare for that, we expect a nice big bounce back in the other direction this year.
Love that. Now, the thing that's near and dear to your heart is what the heck is expected in mortgage rates? It's
long overdue. I mean, the Fed cutting the rate last month by 50 basis points, and then this month, just most recently, by another 25. I mean, that's the trajectory we're looking for. Okay, the mortgage rates are going to follow it, a few months later, but we expect them to keep cutting all the way through next year, and mortgage rates will follow.
Love that. We've all been waiting for that because how long have we been talking about this?
Oh, every single person I talk to, they all remember what it was a few years ago. And like when I give them a number, don't shoot the messenger, guys, please.
But it's not going to go back to 3%. So if your idea of a great mortgage rate was 3%, it was everybody's. But they are hoping for what?
I think we're going to see 5s. I really do. Okay. I think everybody that I follow, guys that I think really have their finger on the pulse of what's going to happen, all of the financial institutions, all of the economic data that we have points towards 5s. We're going to see them.
Fantastic. Well, last but not least, of these top 3 things, Randy, is prices. Again, people are very afraid that what went up has to come down. Yeah. And all of these things, which, by the way, if you watch the housing market update that will be out in a week or so, you can see what is all the impacts or all the things, the variables that impact that. But this one particular one is what the analysts are predicting. And that is 10 analysts have said average next year is what, Randy?
Yeah, 2.5%. And I think that's a little light. I really do. I think, a couple of factors here, right? One, we still do not have full inventory. We don't. I promise you, we have not come back from COVID years. We're still not back there. I do think that once housing prices come up a little bit, that money has to get a little cheaper, a little bit more affordable to sort of offset it. And we know rates are going to come back. So when you start to see lower interest rates, you're going to have more people back in the market. You're also going to have other people going, hey, I might sell my house now because I've gained so much equity. I'm just waiting, to get that full price offer again.
And, it's interesting because our team was talking about this morning, and, there's people out there that, buyers that are saying they're going to wait.
Okay.
And, some of them are going from a lower priced home into a higher priced home. And when these factors all come together, that price of the higher priced home is going to outpace the lower priced home. So for example, if you look at I live in a $500,000 house and I want to buy $1 million house, simple math. If I see simple math, 10% increase, which by the way, in the last normal election we had was roughly our increase, that's $50,000 on the $500,000. But if I buy the $100,000 and wait at the same time, when that increase has already happened, I'm going to have to pay another $100,000 for that property.
Mary, how many times? I mean, we all hear it. We've been doing this. I'm 23 years in the business now. I know you're, long-term in the business. How many times have you heard somebody say, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait? Point to one time on the calendar since 2011 where you benefited from waiting. Show me.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Right. So I think the 3 things, again, to consider, we just talked about it, home price increases, mortgage rates, and that's going to happen. And the third thing is total home sales. we hope that this is your year. If it's your year to buy and that makes sense, or your year to sell, we're here to help you do whatever. But more importantly, we're here to give you the knowledge so that you make the best decisions, because nobody can time the market properly. We all know that in the stock market. But what we do want you to do is be smart with your greatest investment that most people have. So until next time, I'm Mary Bartos.
Randy Williams with TBF Mortgage.
Look forward to seeing you here in Southwest Florida.